Okay, so today here we're looking at mixed numbers and improper fractions. Now, when we have our fractions, and let's write some up. So we might have 2 3/4, and we could have 4/9, and then we could have, let's say 16/5. Okay, we have 3 different types of fractions here. So our first one is a mixed number. And what this means is that we have 2 wholes and then we have 3/4. So if we're going to think about pizzas, we would have 2 whole pizzas and then 3/4. And all of these pizzas would be cut into quarters, okay? And we would have all 4 pieces for 2 of them, but then only 3/4 for our last one, okay? So that's a mixed number. So it means we have whole numbers and parts of a number. Our next one here, this is a proper fraction, okay? And a proper fraction means that the numerator, the number that's on top, is smaller than the number that's on the bottom, okay? So that is a proper fraction. Now our last fraction over here is an improper fraction. And the reason why this is improper is because that number on top is bigger than the number that's on the bottom. Now, it's important that we always display our fractions as proper fractions, okay? Now, in some instances, that's okay, like this middle one, because this middle one doesn't have any mixed numbers, or it doesn't have a numerator that's bigger than the denominator. And if we have too many numerators, we need to turn it into a mixed number. Now, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about turning a mixed number into an improper fraction, because sometimes we need to do that, particularly once we get into multiplying and dividing and certainly subtraction of fractions. It's important to understand that process. So, firstly here, let's have a look. How do I turn this into an improper fraction? Well, if we have a look here, how many parts do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 parts. So that means that my answer is going to be 11/4. Now, there's an easier way to work this out rather than drawing pictures every time. And it's pretty simple. All we do is this. We take our whole number, which is 2, and we times it by the denominator, which is 4. And then we add on the numerator, which is 3. Okay? So we multiply the denominator by the whole number, and then we add the numerator. So 2 times 4 gives me 8, plus 3 equals 11. Now it's important to note that your denominator remains the same. Okay, you have the same denominator. So we get 11/4, which is what we got up the top here by counting it out. Nothing needs to be done to our middle one. It is a proper fraction. Nothing needs to happen there. However, our improper fraction, we need to now convert that into a mixed number. Now, to convert a fraction into a mixed number, just drop the lid, we do the exact opposite of what we did here to convert our mixed number into an improper. So what we do is we look at it and we say, how many parts of 5 can I make out of my numerator? So, an easy way to think about that is go 16 divided by 5 equals 3, with how many left over? Oh, I have 1 left over. And then that 1 goes over the original denominator, okay? Let's do a bigger one. Let's do like 37/7, okay? Because 7 is my favourite times tables that I always get wrong. So, how many times does 7 go into 37? So once again, I do 37 divided by 7, and 7 goes into 37 5 times. Look at me, I'm thinking because I'm unsure about my 7 times tables. And I have a remainder of 2. So I'd have 2/7 left over. Okay, so going back the other way is pretty simple. We just do the exact opposite of what we did here. Okay, so that is mixed numbers and improper fractions. Remember, if a numerator is bigger than a denominator, it makes it an improper fraction, and our mixed numbers is when we have a whole number and then a fraction. And that's that topic.